Alright.
Alright.
So we're starting now.
Yeah.
Welcome back to... Does this count as episode 9 or episode 1?
Episode 7, I believe. No, 8,
Episode 1. Starting
7,
again.
or 8, or maybe even.
It's episode 9, episode 1 under a new name. No, we're...
All right, just fuck
Doesn't
it.
matter
Pick
what
a
episode.
bucket, all right.
Number.
Welcome to episode insert number here of Off the Chop cast.
Yeah, we're changing the title actually. That's a
New title.
pretty good thing because we're always off our chops.
Yeah, if we're not eating chops, we're off them. Or whatever. So yeah, you're here with me, Jerome, and Connor. And our weekly guest, Samuel.
Hello.
Mr. Do
So-
you want your last name revealed?
Yeah, go ahead.
Samuel
Sam-
Hodge. Mr. Samuel
there
Hodge.
you go. I gotta find my topics. Drawing of a guy with a scroll.
Not very prepared, I see.
No, I completely forgot I had topics down, actually. Alright, here we go.
You could have opened them up before we started, but
I forgot until we started.
yeah, all right. Well,
Anyway, well, you have all the intro topics, so
yeah. So
yeah.
this is Samuel Hodge, and you want to tell us a little bit about yourself before we start?
Oh no.
Okay, well, Samuel Hodge. I am just a dude. There's nothing crazy special about me. What part of me would you like me to go into?
What have you been doing
story-
lately?
Lately, so basically, the past 3 years of my life have been really stagnant, and the past couple of months, I've just picked up my game and started my journey into entrepreneurship, which is something I've wanted to do for quite a while. I left school in grade 11 knowing that I didn't want to make 150k a year working 60 hours a week in some shit job that I hate. I want to work for
True
myself.
shit.
So I have a marketing agency called Word Out Digital. I'm doing websites and social media, and eventually I want to expand into everything digital marketing, from SEO, logo design, all of that, anything that goes on the internet and
Fuck you.
gets your business out there.
Oh yeah.
Um,
So what do you mean by your life was kind of in scrambles there? You know, like
well, as you know, I just pretty much did nothing. I really wasn't making any progress towards actually achieving my goals. And that was because of my lifestyle habits. I wasn't eating well, sleeping well, exercising. You know, I'd browse social media and internet for hours at a time and just completely waste time where I could be
doing
reading
something
a book,
productive.
doing something productive,
Yeah.
learning and actually bettering myself.
Yeah.
So I started with those lifestyle habits, eating better, especially eating proper, healthy, nourishing food, getting rid of salt, sugar, fat, you know, in huge amounts as it is in most foods. And then I've started going to the gym. I'm fixing my sleep routine, and that's affecting me cognitively. I'm actually starting to get my brain back. I used to be quite intelligent, and then I fucked it all up. And now I'm
Oh.
on the path to returning.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck
The
yeah.
return of Samuel Hodge,
That's
the
right.
old.
Hell yeah, the path
We
back.
need like a subtitle for him. Samuel Hodge, the old.
the old.
I don't know, the wise.
Return of the old or something
I don't know,
like
something
Yes.
like that.
that. Yeah.
I think this one actually kind of catches people off guard, but it's a good question nonetheless. If you could turn into any beast of your choice,
Yeah, what's your beast mode culture?
yeah, yeah, what
Any
beast would
beast
you
mode
turn
culture.
into?
Any beast, we'll define beast.
Anything from mythical lore, from real
Any,
life, like
anything that
any creature,
pretty much
basically.
any yeah, I guess any creature that is less intelligent than a person.
A
Less
businessman.
intelligent than a person. I would just be pure consciousness, no creature, just raw
Holy
consciousness,
fuck.
not attached to any vehicle.
Yo, that's
So-
that's
so
the
you
craziest answer
transform-
we've gotten yet.
So you transform into like the ether almost.
I just become everything,
Oh fuck.
every particle on Earth, every bit of matter, every quantum.
That's his beast
fluctuation.
mode, though. He can actually go
That's
back
really
into a
interesting. It's
person.
like one with the universe.
Yeah, that's
you
it.
can just become one with the universe at sheer will.
It's like pure shaman.
That's fucking
That's
cool.
it.
Yeah. Wait, what's your beast mode culture, Connor? We haven't answered this question on this show yet.
I'm pretty sure we did, but
I don't remember. This is a reboot. We have to re-ask it anyway.
I think it was a dog or something.
a dog.
Yeah, they seem really happy with themselves.
Oh really?
Yeah. No, gooey duck.
A gooey duck.
Yeah, gooey duck.
I don't know what that is.
Biggest cock of the sea.
Oh yeah. I am a.
Would you turn yourself into a businessman?
No, I wouldn't. I'd probably transform myself into
A god.
an actual normal person. It's like my
Okay.
beast mode culture is me normally. So like I don't need to decide what my beast form
So
is.
you're like,
I have
oh,
to
I'll
decide
turn
what
into my
human
beast
is.
form. No, I'm in my beast form.
Yeah, like my
Fuck.
my initial form is beast form, and I transform back to human form. Like that's my gift, is that I'm allowed to transform back into a human sometimes.
Fuck yeah. Anyway, I think along with that, you could also know someone by whether they like vodka or whiskey. What do
Yeah.
you prefer?
I'm definitely a vodka person.
Vodka person.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, do you prefer beer or spirits though?
Spirits.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not
true.
really a big alcohol drinker anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
As part of those lifestyle changes, I'll have a drink maybe every month or two, and I'll keep it to 1 or 2 drinks at the most.
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, my go-to would be vodka.
Is
Or
it? Do you
tequila.
have it straight
Right
or
on.
mixed or on
Straight.
on the rocks? Straight.
Yep, just straight.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, I nip it like whiskey or vodka every now and then. Is actually good for like digestion or some shit.
Yeah.
Helps, like,
it would
flush
break
shit
things
out.
down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like it gives you like that liver just to kick in the guts to go. Yeah, no, you have to be used. It's like, oh yeah, okay, I suppose
I think.
So it's actually not bad.
I think the final question's actually one of the greatest.
Final question.
Eating ass or sucking toes? What degenerate move would you rather?
Fucking degenerate.
Eating ass, I'd say.
Okay, fair.
I think I agree. I'd rather eat ass than suck
Yeah,
toes.
you don't know
Yeah.
where those toes have been.
Well, then again,
Yeah.
shit comes out of the ass. But I mean,
If it's
what
clean-
if they haven't wiped properly?
I think people are more conscious of cleaning their ass than they are of cleaning their toes.
That is true.
Not
yeah.
everyone.
Plus feet just notoriously smell all the fucking time, no matter
Yeah,
what,
especially
because they're covered in
Jordans.
like. The thing is, every bad thing you can say about feet, you could almost apply it to ass.
Yeah, it smells bad all the time.
Except like the ass is like that little bit further from the ground.
Yeah,
So it's like a 5-second rule. It's like, well, the ass doesn't even touch the floor at all, so it's okay to eat. But sucking toes.
unless you sit on the floor
Oh, that's
or
for
the
children.
toilet, dude.
That's for children. That's
People
fucking.
sit on the toilet.
Toilets are meant to be sanitary.
Yeah, fuck. Okay.
I don't fucking know, man. It's just
Anyway, fuck.
eating ass.
Did you wanna?
All right,
you
yeah,
wanna go
quick,
on?
random topic from me. Which is worse, not enough or too much potential?
Too much potential.
Really, you
Which
think
is
that's worse?
Not
Yeah.
enough.
Not enough?
Yeah, too much potential is better.
Really?
Well, how can you have too much potential?
Well, ideally, you can do anything. Like, you have no limits.
I don't see a problem with that.
Really?
No limits. That's the goal, really. Isn't that what everyone wants to have, to be able to do whatever they want to do, be whatever they want to be,
Limitless
I
opportunity.
thought
achieve
the-
anything?
I thought the journey was more important than the destination. Isn't it more fulfilling if you have things to fulfill and limits to overcome?
Yeah. Well, when you hit the ceiling, then there's nothing. But that actual journey of hitting the ceiling is fucking awesome.
I guess, would you rather be a broke 20-year-old or a rich 80-year-old?
I think it kind of matches in with your mental state. Do you want to have a concussion or do you want to have a good fucking journey up a hill?
What?
I'd rather be.
Would you rather instantly run out of oxygen or slowly run out of oxygen?
I don't think it's the same thing at all.
No, I'm just thinking of like the whole climbing the mountain thing. Like it's about the journey, not the destination. When you get up to Everest, there's no fucking oxygen up there. Would you rather have a good journey going up Everest or just go up Everest and die?
You just teleport on top of Mount Everest. I mean, yeah,
When you put it that way,
it's like, no, I think I'd die in shock almost immediately.
yeah.
Because I mean, I think it's worse to have too much. Because I mean,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think I would never want to be the smartest guy in the room.
Well,
Because
then you
because
can't
then it means
dream,
I
man.
should be in a different room with different people, smarter people.
Mm.
Like, but I don't think I want to be the stupidest guy in the room either. Because
Yeah.
then you're just a useless cunt.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to be the smartest, but I'd want to be close to it.
Yeah, you want to be. I think you want to be above average, but not the best.
That's it.
You
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
you could be so smart that you just blend in with the average though.
Well, yeah, ideally
you're-
you
if
can be
you're super
smart enough
smart,
that
yeah.
you don't flaunt it. I think the more of an expert you are at something, the less likely you are to flaunt how good you are.
That's
because-
true.
Like you should have some respect for your craft.
Yeah.
Like I understand it's very hard to do, and yeah,
Oh, I have another question actually.
yeah.
Did you watch Infinity War?
No.
What?
No,
Oh,
I really don't.
that's our
watch a lot
main
of
topic of
Infinity War
discussion.
spoilers coming up. But at the end of so Thanos' goal, right, is to wipe out half the universe to balance out the resources and the amount of people because they're using up the resources too much. Do you
basic
think
algebra
Thanos is wrong
or
or
whatever.
right?
Depends who he's wiping out. Could
It's at
selectively-
random.
It's-
It's
yeah,
it's dispassionate.
Complete random.
Yeah, I don't think that's the right way to go about doing it. I
Oh,
mean,
so
it's-
you think he's right to an extent, but you just
Well, what he wants to do, save the world, balance out resources, is good, but killing innocent people along the way isn't exactly the best method of achieving that.
No, it's absolutely sadistic and
Yes, it's
absolutely
pretty,
just psychopathic.
last week I fucking riled up him and Michael because
Oh yeah,
I'd
he
mentioned it
sprung
to
it out of
both of them.
fucking nowhere. He teased it as this massive
Oh.
secret topic, and near the end he's just like, "Secret topic. Are you guys ready? Are you guys fucking ready?"
oh, you chucked my phone.
And he's just like, "Is Thanos right?" Like, no. Is this a serious question?
And they started going off about it, and I'm like, you
It's
know,
like-
I just did this as a bit of a troll, right?
Just as a trigger.
Yeah.
No, I'm well aware, dude.
I'm gonna bring up my other secret topic. You
Oh,
know this one.
Fuck. Okay. Oh
Alright,
yeah.
Get fucking ready for this one.
Oh
Um,
fuck. Here we go.
Some of them I'm not gonna read out.
Are you ready for a Watch Mojo top 10 list?
oh fuck no.
Yeah,
I'm
this
gonna
is a
read it
watch.
now.
Get
Watch
ready.
Mojo All right, so this is Watch Mojo's top 10 biggest. No, what's the word for it?
Watch Mojo's
Engorged.
yeah, top
Engorged.
10 most engorged pussies of 2018.
All right, here we go. Start at number 10. I'm a Diglett. So you know how there's Piglet, and people think that he looks like an armadillo. I'm a Diglett. All right. Number 9, Michelle Curtis. Number
I don't know
8,
who half these people
Chloe
are, by the
Mean.
way.
Number 7. I'm not actually gonna fucking say, because they might actually watch this. Number 6, Liam Curtis. Liam, if you want to defend your pussy, come onto the show.
Defend your pussy.
Number 5, Michelle Obama. Number 4, Marge Simpson, because Homer got like cock surgery.
He's got like a massive cock.
Yeah, he's got a massive
PhD.
cock now in my universe of The Simpsons.
That's cool.
Number 3, Chris Chatfield. If you want to defend yourself, you're not coming onto the show. You actually have one of the biggest fucking engorged pussies of 2018. Number 2, Keemstar's daughter.
Sweet
Number
roast,
1,
dude.
Pregnant Sonic. Right, that's it. Cheers, guys.
What the fuck
That's
was
it.
that?
Pregnant
number-
Sonic, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
What was
fucking
that
understand.
with?
That's our top 10 most engorged pussies of 2018.
It's just a meme list.
I think we should do a top 10 every week.
Top 10 every week.
Yeah.
Like a serious top 10 or a top 10?
No,
like
no,
that?
no, like that. It can be top 10 anything. Like
Okay.
top 10 just useless fucking things. Like who wants to know the top 10 engorged fucking pussies of 2018?
I don't know.
Plus,
half
they're
that
not
list
even
is pretty
accurate.
useful.
It depends if you like engorged pussies or not. You gonna go out and hunt for Sonic?
Hunt for Sonic. No,
The
I'll wait for
hunt
him.
for Sonic.
I'll wait for him to come to me. Pun intended. Oh,
Fuck.
Alright, so what's next?
That's pretty insane.
it's only been 12 minutes. All right, I'll dip into another one of my questions. Quick Q&A, rapid time, question time. Okay, what are your thoughts on people who say guesstimate? I fucking despise them.
Yeah, degenerates.
Even though I see the utility in using the word.
Because by guessing, you're making an estimate in your head anyway.
Or just like an educated guess. It's like, well, I mean, I don't know exactly.
I guess you can.
But roughly, it's like, it's about 3 inches.
Well, actually, come to think of it, like guessing is like you don't need to have an educated guess.
Guessing is just a wild throwing a dart,
Yeah,
whereas estimating you're actually using some level of information.
yeah. You always have something to base it off of.
Yeah.
So maybe it actually does make sense. I just hate the fucking word.
So it's just a balance between
It's
the
like
two.
you're either guessing or estimating. You can't be doing fucking both.
I figured it was more of a,
Actually,
like, say you get a dude building a house, and he's just standing there, and he's like looking at a piece of wood, and he's like, I don't have a ruler, but I'm gonna guess that that's like, say, 12 meters long. That
Hmm.
piece of wood's 12.
But
12
there is
meters
some
long.
estimation going on there too.
I think
Yeah,
guess.
so it's more of a,
Yeah, guesstimation
Yeah,
is like a little bit educated, but you don't 100% know, so you're still taking a guess.
yeah,
So that's
like-
where that makes a little more sense.
it's a bit of a contrived words, like a bit unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like, just fuck it off entirely.
Like, what are you doing more of? Are you estimating or
Guess-
are you just guessing? I think he's just guessing.
That's true.
He doesn't really have much
So there's
go
no
on accept
thin-
experience.
There's
but
no thin grey slice where it's a bit confused and you have to use both words.
I don't know. Maybe one day I'll say it on the podcast. And
Maybe one day.
yeah,
Right, I picked the wrong week to bring up this topic then. Fuck.
yeah. You should have actually brought it up if I said it.
Okay, I will.
Then that
next
would have
time.
hit me in the asshole like a fucking jackhammer.
I'll load it on the back burner. It's there. It's the first back burner
It
topic
sounded
of
like
the
you said
week.
back boner for a sec.
Yeah,
And I'm like, the
back burner.
what? The back boner.
Yeah, it's now on the list of back burner topics. True
Fuck.
shit.
So do you have any fat stories? You said there was something you wanted to tell.
Well, you mentioned the bikey story, and that's one I've always loved.
Yeah, yeah. I've always
Um,
loved this one too.
So this one happened about 5 years ago. There were two other people involved. Let's call them J1 and J2. And we were roaming the streets at 11:30, getting up to no good, just being mischievous kids. And I thought, okay, let's door knock. We had already done a couple of houses and thought, oh, what a great idea. My old neighbors, we didn't really like them. We didn't get along with those neighbors. So we didn't hatch a plan. We didn't really plan it at all, which is the problem. We just went up to the door. I knocked really fucking loud and hard. So loud, actually, that the door swung open, which I think it was locked. It should have been. So, yeah, I knocked hard. And then we just ran to a nearby shopping center, started running through the car park. We didn't know where we were going. We didn't have any idea of where we were going to hide. And we saw two cars, two SUVs, pull out of the house. And that's when we kind of went into fight or flight mode. Just started running as fast as we could. We ran through a gully into a fuel station, and we would have been alright. So myself and J1 got into a bush. We hid in the bush, and then we realized J2's missing. And we saw J2 in a car park surrounded by some not so nice looking people being interrogated.
Shit.
And we thought, okay, well, we'd better keep him safe. We got out of the bush, we surrendered ourselves, and it turns out that those guys, they were a bunch of, rough, tough bikies, and us at 13, 14,
Fuck.
we didn't have the courage to stand up to 10 or so big blokes in leather jackets, and we ended up sitting down. They said, okay, come sit down here while we call the police, and we sat there for about an hour or two. And one guy, he was the friendly guy who saved our asses. They didn't end up calling the police because he said he was an ex-cop and he knew that if our record was tarnished at that age, could mess up our career in the future. He was really friendly, and I genuinely apologized to him because I really liked what he told us and the lesson he gave us. But then there was another woman. J2 thought it was quite funny, started laughing in her face, and she just got more and more angry. She started talking shit about me when she realized who I was, and she's like, oh, you're the old neighbor. And then
Oh, no.
that made her really fucking mad because they didn't like us. And she realized that her old neighbor had just gone and knocked on her door at 11:30 and woke up their kids. And yeah, she wasn't too happy, but eventually they all left, and we were left with just that guy, the good guy, who phoned J1 and J2's parents. I was staying with them. They picked us up. They weren't happy either. And the deal was that we would do some work for them on their farm or something like that, and they wouldn't call the police, but they never got in contact about that. So we pretty much got off unscathed.
Oh fuck! I actually
There
thought
were-
you got into that though, and you actually started working.
Fuck.
or
No, we
something.
didn't do any work. They never
shit.
called or anything.
Oh shit!
So yeah,
Oh, wow.
we went there. They had baseball bats in the car. They said we could have gotten beat up or killed or anything. They could have been much, much worse people. And we came out of it with no consequence whatsoever. But we definitely did learn a
Learn
lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
When you
yeah.
go door knocking, plan ahead and make sure that they can't find you.
Hold up. Let's discuss that. If you were to go door knocking, like, say 8 o'clock tonight, how the fuck would you go about it? Like, what would you be your backup plans if you had like SUVs and shit coming in? Say you're 13
Well,
too.
I mean,
so
ideally
you've
it's at
got-
night, so I'd probably use that as like a stealth thing.
You want to know the routes you can take.
Mm.
Where can you hide?
No.
where are the little crevices, bushes that you can dip into.
I love it.
pretty
I
much
love it
you
how
go
you're giving
anywhere
like.
anywhere a van can't go, ideally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want to go where a car can't go.
I love it how
So-
you're giving tips to like to people who want to door knock.
I figured it's just more common sense. It's like you think
Yeah.
about some of the things you have to do if you want to do something stupid. It's like,
It's good, harmless fun if you're doing it through the daytime.
Well,
I've had-
didn't you retreat through like grass or some shit?
there was a huge grass field which we could have ran into, but for some reason we didn't. And now
Hmm.
thinking back, we could have literally ran across the road into the grass. It was like this tall, and we would have been fine. They would have drove off, had a look around. We could have waited it out,
okay.
but we didn't do that. We ran into an open car park with bright lights
Oh,
shining on us.
Oh, the Woolies car
okay.
park.
Yes,
Fuck
Woolies
that.
car park.
Okay, so this all happened at night.
Yeah, it was around
Yeah.
11:30.
For some reason, I was thinking this was all happening during the day. and I'm
No,
like,
it was at night time, so we did have a bit of a tactical advantage, which
yeah.
we didn't use.
Well, fuck.
I think we're going to take a break right now and we'll
Yeah.
go into your topics next.
Hey guys, welcome back to Take 2, Segment 2, Episode 8/1 of Off the Chopcast, featuring me holding Connor's book and Connor to my left, and that's Samwise over there, Samwise Hodge,
Okay.
part of what was your
Watch
business
your
again?
mouth.
Sorry,
Word Out Digital.
Word Out Digital.
Not too far. You still got to be close. Just don't touch it. Panther.
Black Puma.
That's good.
All right. Now because I don't know how to actually start based on the last conversation we were having, we'll just say, hey, so I've heard you've gone through a cleansing of late.
A cleansing, yes, indeed.
Sam doesn't talk about mention people poisoning themselves.
He's already talked about. Oh no, he
So-
did talk about that.
What are your thoughts on people poisoning themselves?
Okay, well, let's just picture
Topic, dude.
the average dude, okay? Let's call him
Jeremy Kim.
let's call him Darren. He's 45 years old. He's a tradie. He's a bricklayer. He comes home after work. He sinks 6 beers. He has some KFC. He sprays on some deodorant with aluminium and other shit in it. Then he goes and sits down, sinks some more beers, scrolls through social media, destroying his attention span. And basically, the average person's lifestyle habits are destroying themselves. Their mind, body, and spirit are completely out of alignment. They're nowhere near their complete potential. Most people are just running on autopilot, going through life, working, going out on the weekend, doing stupid, meaningless things, and no one is truly, genuinely happy. A lot of people think they are, but actual, genuine happiness, when you feel it, you go, holy fuck, I didn't know this was possible. And everyone's chasing money thinking that's going to bring them happiness, but it's actually the other way
No.
around.
I don't actually believe happiness is something you feel all the time.
No, it's not.
Happiness is like that really thin slice of the cake of life. It's like happiness is so.
Black Panther.
Yeah, like when you're watching Black Panther, or you're eating a pizza, or a whole pizza to yourself. It's like, hey, look, I'm eating a whole pizza myself. This is great.
But people think that's happiness, but that's not true enjoyment.
It's
There's
the other
so much-
values in life.
so
Well, I
much
mean-
more. Human connection.
Well, I mean, you find true happiness with the food you eat, and if it's something you enjoy eating, then you're gonna find happiness when you consume it.
That's just the dopamine receptors going
Yeah,
off in your
that's-
brain, though.
that's
What's the
just
difference?
dopamine.
Well, usually, the whole idea seems like it's not really. I know. It just sounds like dopamine isn't what's involved in true happiness.
No, it's not.
It's like
just a
it's like
chemical
your whole
reaction.
state of being is happy, whereas
Yeah.
when dopamine goes into your bloodstream, it's like that's causing it to be happy. I mean, that's the whole
Alright,
point
so
of a
what
drug,
causes happiness, and what is happiness then to you?
Happiness to me, the number one thing is human connection, real human soul level connection. So going out clubbing and dancing to some shitty music and going, yeah, woohoo, putting yourself on Snapchat, I'm so happy, yeah. That is not happiness.
No.
Not at all.
Because no one understands that. People looking into that, and it's like, yeah, you're off your fucking face or whatever.
Okay, so what I've done lately is people go for external validation. Everyone cares about what other people think. They want to wear designer clothes. They want to put their best self on social media, when really that external validation should be internal. When you start to love yourself instead of trying to get other people to love you, that is happiness. I mean, how many people look in the mirror and go, fuck yeah, I like what I see. I love being me. I'm glad that I am that person.
Apart from the people who have a disability, not many.
Not many at all. Yeah, a lot of people have
Egotistical pricks.
Yeah, and they have a lot of deep hidden insecurities.
I
They
don't know, I,
just-
I think meaning and happiness are not connected necessarily.
What do you mean by that? Elaborate.
Like say when you like like your social world, like the connections you have with people, or say doing something that has you meeting your potential, so you're actually like being productive and
Yeah,
not
achieving
like
things.
wasting your time. It's like that's more of a sense of meaning than happiness. And I think like meaning is more essential and important than happiness, and that like happiness is more of an emotion that is affected by chemicals in your brain.
I think happiness is a result of meaning.
I don't think so.
I think it makes me pretty fucking happy.
Well, saying happiness is a part of meaning is then kind of like saying that happiness, the meaning of life, is to be happy. And I don't agree with that
Then
either.
thinking about it again though, it's like, well, we don't have an answer, so at the moment that kind of is it actually.
The meaning of life.
Is to be happy.
Yeah.
I think that's a very shallow answer.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
very
but I mean,
selfish
like-
answer.
How, like, you're here with no explanation for why you're here, so why the fuck should you, like...
So wouldn't
feel
the
bad
meaning of
about it.
life be to figure out your meaning then?
No, we're just an arbitrary occurrence where humans, for some reason, life wants to survive, and so our goal. Well, thousands of years ago, our goal was to survive, and that was it. There was no meaning.
So you
Now-
don't think there is a transcendent sort of value to life?
Well, we don't really know for sure, but
It's
The way-
better to not dread about it.
the way it looks, life on Earth just wants to survive and keep going for some reason, and it doesn't really matter why. We should
I
just
think it's a different.
enjoy ourselves on this planet.
I think it's a different case from people to say animals or whatever. Whereas like animals aren't necessarily conscious of their own existence. Sort of like just, oh okay, I'm hungry. I'm gonna get some food.
But how
I'm
do you know
tired.
that?
I'm gonna go to sleep. Because that's how they behave.
That's how we
I
behave.
mean,
though.
I think dogs have a
Yeah, but
higher-
we.
I think they have, like, we've lost some of the things that animals have. Like, have you ever watched a dog do a shit? It's either south or north. It doesn't
mean?
shit in any other direction. Why is that? It's because they have some sort of thing. We don't even understand that. They have some sort of thing telling them that,
instincts.
yo, you need to go face the magnetic fucking field to shit.
Yeah,
What the fuck
Humans-
tells them that?
humans
I mean,
have
it's more like
instincts
a-
too, but we just can't tap into them because people are, living this unnatural lifestyle that puts them way out of whack.
Yeah, but like animals don't have moral values or a moral code or anything like that.
Well,
Like a
but
dog
then
won't feel
again-
like a dog won't feel like a lion doesn't feel guilty for killing like a gazelle or some shit. It's like it's just a lion. Whereas if a person kills a person a person killing another animal or a person chopping down a tree, that can be seen as them violating something because technically they're like a higher level being because they're like more conscious of the world around them and of their own life and values and morality.
Wait, haven't we talked about this before? This
I don't
topic?
fucking know,
The
probably.
meaning of life? Fuck.
Well, we ended
I
up
think we
talking
did.
about. Well, how do we start talking about this again?
we were talking about cleansing, and then I don't know what led us to the meaning of life.
We're talking about how to be happy or something.
Yeah, I
happiness.
think I think people
Nobody is
poisoning
really-
themselves and it makes them unhappy.
Yeah, because our body is way out of whack. Our brain chemicals are unbalanced. Nothing is the way it should be. The energetic part, everyone's out of whack. Just nothing at all is balanced.
Yeah,
And so people go about living this false life that they've been trained to think is the way to live. Get a house, get a mortgage on a house, have kids, have a family, drink on the weekends, go camping. But really, there's nothing. It's all very superficial. And there's
Are you saying
Oh,
it's
I
kind of
don't
like
know.
forced?
there's no connection to the higher self.
So what would be an
I don't know. I,
activity
s- I see
someone
the
would do?
I see the purpose in that. Like,
What would be an activity someone would do in that higher self sort of thing to kind of make themselves?
I don't think
Happy.
having a family or getting a house or having a full-time career is like a waste of time.
No, it's not. But that shouldn't be your sole life purpose. For some people,
For a
It
lot,
can-
yeah.
Oh, okay,
I
so
think I
it's
see
more
what
of
you
a-
mean now.
It's more of a base standard that everyone should probably be able to reach, but then
Yeah,
you have
but
your own
that's-
dream
that's what
goal somewhere
everyone's-
else in the distance.
that's what everyone's chasing, thinking that's the meaning of happiness, and chasing external validation, being liked by others, money
Yeah.
and fame.
Okay, no, I think I'm catching up with
Mm.
you.
So what was your question before, Connor? Sorry.
I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
Nice
Never
one.
mind.
Just blanked
Nice.
out.
Nice. All right. Well, while we're on the topic, I've heard you've been working on business stuff as of late.
Yes, I have, and
You really
since
love as of late, dude.
Yeah, as of late.
since I've been treating my body with respect, my brain has started to pick up again. My
It's just popping up in the camera. It's like a
oh, okay.
yeah. No, keep going. Sorry.
So yeah, I'm regaining my cognitive function. I used to be, when I was like 6, 7 years old, I was really, really smart. I didn't get my IQ tested, but it would have been quite high. And then I got quite high at the age of 15, 16, smoked a shitload of weed, and I was staying up late every night till like 3, 4 a.m. staring at a screen.
Getting in
Wow.
trouble
my
with the
circadian
cops.
rhythm, getting not too
Not
much,
really, but still encounters
um,
with the cops.
yeah, funny ones. I'll tell a story about that after. And yeah, so since treating my body with respect, my brain's coming back. My body is starting to remove those toxins, and now things are
Going
rebuilding.
back to normal.
Yeah, neural pathways are being reconstructed. I'm exercising my brain. It's a muscle. It has to be exercised. So
Yeah.
if you sit around and do nothing like I did, and you just scroll through Facebook and just constantly overload your brain with useless information, what's that doing to your mind?
Teaching you
Habit-
nothing.
It's
Teaching you nothing.
habitual for
You're
it eventually.
reducing your attention span. That information you're taking in, your brain isn't remembering it at all because it's useless, really. And so now I'm really looking at what I consume, what content I consume, and if I need to or not. When I do something, I think, is this serving me? And if it's not, I don't do it. And so that's a part of the cleansing. And with this business, I have more, not motivation, but inspiration. People think
Okay.
motivation is the key, but motivation, you're just like, come on, I got to do this, force myself. Whereas inspiration, it's something that you want to do, and it's
like
comes
a
out of
drive.
passion. It's drive, yeah, achievement. Whereas motivation, you think about the goal and what you're actually doing to get there. You're not enjoying. So I like calling people up and saying, hey, this is how I can help you, and this is what I offer, and they're like, oh, awesome, I really need that. And then going through the process of actually helping them. I've got someone right now that I'm doing a website for. I'm fixing it up, and she really appreciates what I'm doing for her.
Yeah.
And I'm using that as building a portfolio.
Oh hell yeah!
Nice.
And
Hell yeah.
I get fulfillment out of it. I like being able to see actual results come out of what I'm doing. Whereas I was doing a labouring job a few months ago, standing all day long, standing pieces of wood, goes off to be painted. That's all I did, and I hated it. I felt like I wasn't achieving anything. I was just part of the big corporate
Yeah.
machine.
Be real
I was-
repetitive, monotonous, and
Yeah,
the
I
rat
was just a
race.
cog.
yeah.
Yeah. And actually, the reason I went into that job is because I thought that money brings happiness. And so I thought, okay, if I can just get a job and earn money, I'll be able to afford to eat healthy and get my own place and do stuff that I like. But now that I've fixed myself internally, done some deep inner work, and brought myself back into alignment, not completely, but I'm still working on it, and
Yeah.
I'm putting the pieces back together. Money's just knocking at the front door. It's so easy to attain, and it's just a side effect, really.
So you think that somehow substituting out your old life and adopting this new life has brought the benefits of
Yeah, definitely.
more money and stuff like that?
Yeah. I mean, by the end of this year, I hope to have my own place, like a nice place, and have enough money sitting in my bank account where I don't ever have to worry like, oh shit, my bank account's getting low. I'm going to be completely financially independent because this has been my path, my trail of progress, and since I changed everything, it just went like that, and now it's like that.
It's crazy, right? It's like an
Yeah.
acceleration.
Yeah, massive acceleration.
It was over like I was talking to this cunt, right? And we're planning like New Year's stuff. and then he just goes off the grid.
Yeah.
No
I
one knows
disappear.
where he is for like 3 to 4 weeks or
Fuck.
something like that.
Yeah.
And he messages me one day. He's like, "Hey, sorry for standing you up." And I'm like, "Fuck, dude. As long as you're happy or whatever it was that you were saying."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's
Yeah. That's fucking hectic.
just over such a short span of time. It's like this crazy thing that's happened to you.
Because you find you still, like, say, talking to all the same people?
No. Most people I have gotten rid of, almost everyone actually, and I find that talking to those people now, you don't get that human soul connection that I was talking about before because they're
Yeah.
not in balance. They're not
Mm.
connected to their higher self, and it's like kind of almost like talking to a robot. Like they're not real. You know,
Yeah.
you just don't get
The real
that
meaning out of it.
connection. Yeah,
It's like playing The Sims.
yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's like, except
People
you're-
actually play The Sims to like try and get their social life
Mm.
back.
That's
What?
just
Like they try to find social fulfillment out of that sort of stuff.
escapism.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
that's it.
yeah. No, it's not the way to go.
It's like,
dude.
Yeah,
fuck.
people try to simulate their lives with everything. They use porn to simulate their sex life. You know,
Yeah.
The Sims
They,
video games to simulate their sense of achievement
Mm.
And the social life.
their social life. Yeah.
Fantasy.
And then they watch TV to fill their life with drama.
Yeah.
That
And
is
then they
actual
watch
real
porn
drama.
to fulfill their sex life.
Yeah, and then they watch porn to fulfill their sex life as well.
And actually,
Yeah.
on that topic, porn and masturbation stopped completely. Not at all.
Holy shit.
Really?
When you're doing that, you are giving yourself a reward for nothing.
It's
You-
just another dopamine hit.
it's the worst thing for you, especially for men. And it's told to people that it's healthy, but it really isn't. Your motivation goes way down when you watch porn and masturbate every day, and most people don't realize that. You stop and then you start to get way more confident, energetic, and you want to do shit, creative. Everything just starts to come out of you, and you feel like you have superpowers. That's how I've been feeling lately.
When I was getting really busy at uni, I'd just be studying. It was almost like I didn't have time because I'd go to uni at 5, and then I'd come home and I'd study till I sleep, and so masturbation stopped for ages.
Yeah.
And my mental health just went through the roof.
Yeah.
It's actually fucking amazing what it does. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And
that's
it's
the way to
not
go.
really something you think about because I didn't really notice it was happening. It was like it's like you just start smoking for a week but then you go off. It's like and you don't really remember ever smoking.
Compared to what, like smoking for a month and then quitting?
Smoking for a few years, becoming addicted and then quitting. It's like maybe okay,
Yeah.
pretend you form an addiction in like a week and then you get off it. Like
Well, yeah, the longer you have an addiction, the harder it is to kick it.
yeah.
Stop masturbating and see how long you can last. Most people can't.
I think that's why No Nut November's a thing.
Yeah.
Like that's a genuinely like positive, wholesome thing
Yeah.
to try and do. It's like
It's
no,
more than
for a
just
whole month,
It's
don't.
more than just a meme.
It's like, yeah, see what happens, and people that actually take it seriously and do it gets the end of the month, and it's like, holy fuck.
Actually,
Yeah.
I have a bit of a theory that masturbation desensitizes men towards women.
It does because your brain
Really?
thinks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well you get those guys that say jerking off is better than anything that you could do with a woman, and immediately it's like, no, it's not.
But also like 'cause like sex is such an important thing, and it's like it's really tuned down when you masturbate. Like it's
Well, I mean,
not as
there's a lot
big as
more-
it could be.
There's a lot more to sex than just like a release.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
It's a
meant
whole
to.
process.
Yeah,
It's meant to be like a connection with someone else.
yeah,
as
exactly.
well.
But
Like-
that's like the main point for us as a species. Like sex is
Yeah, that's our
when you have
number
a
one
mate
goal.
and you reproduce,
Mm.
and you're not reproducing, you're not mating.
So
You're just
Yeah.
it's a dopamine hit.
when
you're,
you
you're a
watch
failed,
porn,
you're a failed member of the race species.
All masturbators. No, attention. All masturbators.
I'm gonna need your credit card number, the expiration date, and the 3 digits on the back. My dick's in trouble.
It needs your help.
it needs all those masturbation hands.
John Wick is masturbating on the Fortnite battleground.
Yeah, John Wick is masturbating on set of John Wick 3 in cinemas this year.
Anyway,
And he just
we're
won't
going
stop.
off. We're going off too
way
far.
off topic.
Yeah, you're saying?
So when you watch porn, that that goal, that number one goal that we have is to reproduce, and your
Yeah.
brain thinks, I've already had sex with so many women, I've achieved everything. I could die right now and I've spread my genes, when you really haven't.
Yeah.
And so it is.
Vi-
But nobody really
Vikings.
does that.
Yeah. I think it's the whole landscape's just been getting a bit more confusing as well. Like rules and stuff.
Rules in terms of what?
The big gay.
Like social rules
Yes.
and like sexual rules and stuff. It's like apparently consent is now step by step basis now. So at every step of the way you have to keep asking for consent. So it's like, say, like you need consent to say to touch it, to grab her shoulder, and then you need consent to hold her hand, and then you need consent to then kiss her.
Then she needs consent from you to call her daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
and-
that's too far.
And I think there's a thing that if you're drunk, you can't consent to sex.
Yeah,
so
by
if
law.
you're drunk and you have sex, that's technically rape.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's
But that's
it's-
stupid, because what if two people are drunk and they have sex with each other?
And
Yeah,
they
that
agree
then
to have
means
sex.
That then means it's possible for two people to rape each other, and that makes no sense.
Generally, in that situation, because of our system, the man is the rapist, because that's
That's not fair.
that's
Straight
just
up.
the
Yeah.
court system. They favor the woman.
That's so weird. I feel like I have a cut on my lip, but I don't.
Do you want to cut on your lip?
Not really.
Hold up, he needs to consent first.
Oh no, never mind. Don't worry about it. It's all good. But yeah, like, it's like, do you remember when Aziz Ansari got in the shit?
Who?
During the Me Too movement, and Aziz Ansari got in the shit
Oh
because
yeah.
apparently someone he raped someone, but to him he just thought it was just like a drunk night with a chick going out and having a good time. It's like,
Was
And-
he
'cause
drunk
that's
as well?
I don't actually remember. I would assume so. Like they're both tipsy. Because I mean, you go to a bar, everyone's drinking. So like, if you walk up to someone who's possibly drunk, it's like, we're all fucking drunk, dude. Like, it's not stupid to assume.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, to him, it was more like a night that steered that way, and then it eventually happened. But then like to her, she didn't like it or whatever. Like it's like,
The thing is, you're drinking something that will potentially put holes in your fucking memory.
yeah,
What do you fucking expect? It also makes your yes factor go up considerably.
yeah,
You'll
because
say
you just,
yes
you
a
just
lot
stop giving
more.
a fuck.
So knowing the fucking general outcome of drinking alcohol, and you drink alcohol, have sex with someone, is that your fucking fault? Yes. Yes, it is.
But I do think knowing that somebody is drunk and their inhibitions are reduced and still having sex with them is also unethical on your part.
Then again, if you're both drunk, you don't really think about that. Your brain is like critical thinking is
Yeah, because I'm thinking
going down the
like,
drain a little bit.
like a scenario where you and a chick are like getting drunk, and it's like shit sort of just happens, and you both find
And-
yourself in the situation.
And do remember
But
it
then you both, like,
enhances
regret it the
your
next day.
emotions.
It's like, yeah, and then you regret it the next day. It's like, just because you regret it doesn't mean shit. Like, you can't just straight out claim it's a rape. Like, if you both were drinking or whatever and it seemed to just go that way. Like, just shit happens. It's like, how many times do you drink and then regret things you do?
A lot.
It's like, okay, so
Yeah.
that should then mean that you shouldn't drink if you're going to go out doing things that if you do something that you will regret it significantly, and it'll probably stick with you for the rest of your fucking life.
Yeah. This
So
is
like,
why I
what
don't like
90% of
drinking.
violent altercations involve alcohol. At least one or both people are drunk. Something like that. Like majority of violence is
Yeah.
with involved alcohol.
Yeah. I
Like-
think alcohol in general is just, it's really bad for the world and it's overused. I don't mind a quiet drink or two, but the way people go out and completely destroy themselves week after week.
It's just
blackout
addiction,
drunk.
man.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck. So many people from school. I'm sorry if anyone is fucking listening to this, but a lot of people from school just on Snapchat, dude, always at clubs.
Always drinking.
Always.
Yeah.
I don't.
Like every fucking weekend,
The
cunt.
thing that shits me off about people like that is, where the fuck do you find the money?
Yeah,
for that?
I don't know how they can afford it.
like I mean, I could probably do it if I didn't actually have responsibilities.
Well, some people blow their whole paycheck on clubbing every week.
Yeah, and I don't understand. It's like, what, like, do you not have anything, like, any responsibilities? Like, Like, what exactly do you do? Like, do you work to then go out and have fun and party?
Some people do. Some
'Cause then
people just live around that. They look forward to the end of the week. They hate Monday to Friday.
That's
They only
fucking
enjoy
stupid.
one night of every week.
That's so stupid. You just catch
Mm.
yourself in a loop, and you
Yeah.
end up doing nothing, man.
And people do that for years and years. And then they get to like 25, 26, and they've destroyed their body. You know, their liver's starting to have problems, and they look like they're in their mid-30s. Some of them, you know,
Yeah, no,
they're
I
just wasted.
just a
I'm
reminder.
lucky I've had a bad relationship with clubs and stuff.
Just a reminder.
Yeah.
We got to finish off in 5 minutes.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
yeah, we can wrap up just
Yeah.
in a second, dude.
Yeah. Well, then again, you need the experience to really know how bad it is. Like, how do you think that something is bad if you haven't experienced it?
What do you
From
mean, like
others'
a club
experiences.
experiencing?
From others' experiences.
How you know, but the thing is, like, how can you perceive how bad something is
Until you experience
Yeah,
it.
until you
you
experience it? Like,
You
it's
can't know for sure 100% what something is like until you actually
Like,
try it
you can-
yourself.
Yeah, that's
you can
why
make
give it a go and you make a
estimates, but you
judgment
don't
call.
know.
Well, yeah.
You can make a
That's why
an
you just try
opinion
it.
from
And
what
if you don't
see.
like it, then you don't have to do it again. Like,
Yeah,
that's it.
exactly.
Like, I think I've gone to like clubs a total of like 3 or 4 times. The first time I kept falling asleep. The second time, it was still very fucking boring. The third time ended up just being a shit night. The next time I was a dry driver, so I didn't even get to fucking drink, and I was bored out of my fucking mind.
What about the jazz club?
The jazz club was good, but I
That
don't
was-
consider that a club.
Yeah, true. It's
Like,
more
jazz
of like
clubs are different. Like, it's still overpriced alcohol, but I'd still be willing to, like, say, pay $20 to go there with a bunch of people and just sit down and listen to some
jazz.
like smooth jazz
It's
all
like
night.
it's like a restaurant with a bar and then like a band playing.
It is a pretty ideal like date spot too, just 'cause some of the tables with like the lamp and shit. It's like a scene out of like a fine dining scene in like a movie or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there in the background. There's like jazz and shit. And it's like something about jazz just really sets the mood.
Yeah, some clubs are really nice, have really nice environments.
But
But the
like,
majority of them,
yeah, I think like nightclubs.
The only
where it's
reason
like you can't hear yourself, just drunk fuckheads. Well,
Yeah.
you need like 5 security guards in the room just to make sure no one's gonna start shit.
yeah.
the only reason fucking jazz is so good is because it's just old music, dude. All old music just uses so many different musical techniques. That's when people were still experimenting.
With jazz,
Yeah, and then the fucking Beatles come along, and
the
like
fucking rock and roll.
Beatles were fucking good because there's so much shit going on in the Beatles songs. There's fucking crazy composition. But yeah, people took these techniques that were becoming a staple of like the 70s and onwards, and now they've just kept using them, you know.
Oh, right on.
So, you know, like it's just because I think it's just because it's unfamiliar. We tend to be attracted by the unfamiliar. So those sounds in
Yeah.
our head aren't the exact same as like all these pop songs and shit you hear out
Yeah.
there.
Then there's
Yeah.
people who are attracted to the familiar.
Yeah, I've actually described pop music as an art turned into a science.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
definitely.
It's like 'cause an art is meant to be something that you experience as you're making it, almost. So that when you finish it, it's like a distillation of that whole fucking experience you had in making the thing. 'Cause it's all just an expression of emotions.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you then have to study your course and then plug it in and then repeat it 10 times, it's like, this is scientifically proven to increase the maximum amount of dopamine when you listen to it. Like, okay, that's what I'm looking for when I listen to music.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I mean,
not like a wide range of things.
the other half to it is the most music today is like pop music is written by like a few people. That's it.
Yeah,
And
that,
they've
that's
just been doing
interesting.
it for ages, dude.
But the variety in artists is fucking unreal.
Yeah. Anyway,
Fuck, do we have to wrap up?
I mean, we still got like 2 minutes, unless you just want to finish it up now. Anything you want to
Any
say?
other quick things?
Did you want to plug in your
Are we still doing a third segment?
probably? I don't know, it's on Sam,
If
really.
we're not doing a third segment, I'll
Let's
rapid fire my
go
last
quick.
questions.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Would you flick the switch to engage the world's true fear machine?
What's the
Yes.
world's true fear machine?
Yes,
What do
just
you
as an
think it is?
experiment, though.
The world's true fear machine.
It's like people will say the world's fear machine is like, say, TV.
I would
It's like the news and stuff.
just as an
But it's like, I
experiment.
don't think that's the true fear machine. I think it's something worse.
Oh yeah.
I think people pick things like TV and Fortnite and Shrek compilations as like the cancer on the world, but it's like they're fucking harmless, dude. Like
You should see what's going on beyond the surface, the things that you can't see.
exactly the true fear machine.
The
I think
aliens.
I would flick it like a test flick. I'd flick it on for like a day and then flick it back off and see how high the power bill goes. Basically,
We got to keep going.
it's like okay, next one. Most powerful type of magic user.
Dark Soul
Magic.
Sorcerer.
Trick question. It's either necromancy or dragon.
Okay.
Is come an element?
No. No. Fuck off.
Yeah, I would say no.
No. I will say yes. Did I already ask the broken bone one?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, not on the podcast.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
off.
If you had to have a broken bone somewhere in your body for the rest of the life, you're the life. Which bone would you sacrifice?
Pinky.
Pinky?
Left pinky.
Yep. Same.
Fuck, that's really boring. I'm gonna give an interesting answer, and I'll say my bottom right rib.
Oh, fuck off.
Okay, last question, and this will be really easy. Should we look down on people who think the song Barbra Streisand is superior to Mr. Dobalino?
I don't
Say
know how to
again?
answer that. Yeah, I
Should
don't
we
even
look
know the
down on
second
people
song.
who think the song Barbra Streisand is superior to Mr. Dobalino? You know the song Barbra Streisand?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that song. Or Mr. Dobalino.
How's
Mr.
that one go?
Dobalino, Mr. Bob Dobalino, Mr. Dobalino,
Well,
Mr. Bob Dobalino.
both
Mr.
atrocious.
Dobalino.
They're both atrocious.
I
No,
would say no.
We should look
free
down
will.
on both of them, but
look down on both of them.
yeah, come.
Fuck, you're a monster. Okay, a true last question. Should Connor be hung for his crimes against Mr. Dobalino?
Yes.
Yes.
Just
All right,
not
That's a
for
democracy,
crimes, for
dude.
the
You're
sake of
out.
it.
Yeah.
Hey, Sam, do you want to be the new co-host?
All right.
Because we just
Done.
lost it.
Yeah,
Connor died or
done that
something.
shit.
Connor's dead or whatever.
No.
I guess we don't have an editor anymore either. Fuck.
Thanks, yeah, and a producer. Thanks
And a
for
pro-
thanks for listening to this week's meme review. And
Thanks for coming back for the first time to the Off the Chopcast featuring me and nobody else except Connor and
I
Sam.
really like that name. We're definitely sticking with that one.
Yeah, I prefer Off the Chopcast.
And we're
It's
gonna
lovely.
redesign the logo and the banner and all that stuff. But yeah,
A
anyway,
full fucking redesign, man.
we'll see you.
How'd you be?
And
Bye-bye.
thanks for having me on the show.
Bye bye.
Oh yeah, anytime,
Goodbye.
dude. You're a fuckhead. You interrupted the outro with Sam. You're an asshole.
Keep going.
All right.
Yes.
The outro is still going then.
Yeah, thank you for being on the show. We very
I'm
much
not sure if
appreciate
it's still
it.
recording, but keep going.
Yeah, of course it is. But yeah,
Okay, now the real goodbye.
yeah. Now, real goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, bye.
I really hope that
Fuck off.